Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the discussion on the topic projection of solids. Under this, we are discussing solids axis inclined to both the principal planes concept. Under this, we are solving a problem on cylinders axis inclined to HP and top view of the axis perpendicular to VP. This is the fifth problem under solids axis inclined to both the principal plane concept we are discussing. Now we'll move towards the problem. The given problem is a cylinder of base diameter 50 mm and axis 65 mm rests on a point of its base circle on the HP. Draw its projections when the axis is inclined at 30 degrees to the HP and top view of the axis is perpendicular to the VP. Now we'll extract the data from this problem. The name of the object is cylinder, base circle diameter is 50 mm, axis height is 65 mm, and axis inclination to which plane? It is inclined to HP. So assume cylinder's axis is perpendicular to HP in simple position so that base is parallel to HP. If the base is parallel to HP means top view it is a circle. Next, point of its base circle on HP means its image falls on XY line in front view. Then axis is inclined to which plane? HP with how much inclination? 30 degrees, and top view of the axis is perpendicular to VP. This is the final condition. That is, top view of the axis is perpendicular to VP is the final condition. The solution procedure for the given problem is divided into three stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. In the case of stage 1, as the solids axis, that is cylinder's axis, is inclined to the HP. Initially we are assuming cylinder's axis is perpendicular to HP so that its base is parallel to HP, so that in top view it appears as a circle. Then after drawing the top view, that is circle, then we'll draw corresponding front view. In front view we'll get the true length of the axis in simple position. Then we'll move to the second stage. In the case of second stage, that is axis inclined. That is, in the case of second stage, you'll get axis inclination. The solution procedure for the given problem is divided into three stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. In the case of stage 1, that is solid is in simple position. So initially we are assuming cylinder is resting on its base on HP and axis perpendicular to VP. How we have to assume? Because in the problem it is mentioned that cylinder's axis is inclined to HP. So we are assuming initially the cylinder's axis is perpendicular to HP so that base is parallel to HP and axis perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. So in top you will get cylinder's base, that is circle. After drawing the top view, then we'll draw corresponding front view with the given axis height. Then after completing the stage 1, then we'll move towards the stage 2. In the case of stage 2, we'll tilt the front view so that the axis is inclined to the HP and it is resting on one of its base circle point on HP. After drawing the front view, then we'll draw corresponding top view. After that, we'll move towards stage 3. In the case of stage 3, the top view of the axis perpendicular to the VP. So here we'll use auxiliary plane approach. Here we'll use auxiliary plane approach, whereas for stage 1 and stage 2 we used change of position approach. For third stage we use auxiliary plane approach. That is, draw new reference line. That is, use auxiliary plane approach for drawing auxiliary front view. That new reference line is perpendicular to the top view of the cylinder axis. Perpendicular to the top view of the cylinder axis. Then draw auxiliary front view on the auxiliary vertical plane. This is the final front view. Now we'll move towards detailed constructional procedure for the given problem. As a first step, draw XY line. After that, with the given base circle radius, say 25 mm, draw top view of a cylinder, that is circle. Then divide the base circle into 12 equal divisions. How to divide a circle into 12 equal divisions without protractor? Just see. We divided the circle into 12 equal divisions. Then as the cylinder is having two bases, we will give naming for the two bases. Say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Then for the top base, we will give numerals. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we will draw projectors towards the vertical plane for drawing the front view. The front view gives the true length of the axis. So draw projectors from various division points on the top view. After that, with the given axis height, that is 65 mm, draw a line parallel to XY line. In the case of cylinder, we will dark only outside lines. The inside lines are drawn for construction purpose. Then give numbering as well as lettering for the front view. Say A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, then H dash, I dash, J dash, K dash, L dash. Similarly for the top base also. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with primes. After that, draw axis line. Here, in the second stage, we will tilt the front view so that it is resting on one of its base on one of its base points, say G, and axis is making an angle 30 degrees to the HP. So draw 30 degrees inclination line. This axis line is making an angle 30 degrees to the HP. Then for this axis line, this baseline is perpendicular. So to this axis line, draw baseline perpendicular to axis line. Mm is the axis length. After that, join this line. This is G dash, as it is resting on its base point on HP. That's why this G dash is on XY line. With compass, transfer B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash lines on this baseline to this baseline. So G dash, B dash has a radius, G dash has a center. Draw an arc. Similarly, the same radius for locating F dash. Next, G dash, C dash has a radius. Draw an arc. Then name those points. Say A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, then H dash, I dash. Next, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J dash, K dash, L dash. Then parallel to axis line, passing through these divisions, draw lines. Next, name these points. Name these points. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with primes. Then this reference line to be extended. This reference line to be extended further. After that, draw projectors vertically down for drawing the top view. That is, draw projectors vertically down from the second front view.
Draw projectors horizontally rightward from the initial top view. After that, locate the intersection points. Locate the intersection points. After locating the intersection points, then here we are drawing the top view. So this is the direction of the observer. We are drawing the top view. So this is the direction of the observer. So in this direction the observer is looking. Then as a first step, draw all outside points with continuous dark lines. Then for the observer, this base is nearer than this base. So total base is visible in the top view. So dark is base. Whereas the inside portion of the base is not visible. So it is dotted. Then draw axis line. This is the axis line. Here the axis line is foreshortened because axis is making an angle 30 degrees to the HP. That's why we got reduced length of the axis. Then do the lettering for the top view. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Similarly for this top base also. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After that, the top view of the axis is perpendicular to the vertical plane. So if it is a change of position method, then this view is to be tilted so that this axis is perpendicular to the xy line. Instead of using change of position method, we will use now auxiliary plane method. That is, we will draw a new reference line which is perpendicular to the top view of the axis. That is, instead of tilting the view, we will draw new reference line which is perpendicular to this axis. Say x1, y1, x1, y1, and it is auxiliary vertical plane. On this plane, we will get auxiliary front view. So, first to draw projectors perpendicular to the new reference line from this top view. Here G dash is on XY line. So here also G1 dash will get on XY line. Then transfer A dash distance from old XY line to new X1 Y1 line. From A this is the projector going. Say A1 dash, then take from the reference line to B dash and I dash. From B, this is the projector coming. So take that radius, draw an arc here, say B, and this is I. No, not I, it is L. Next, C and K, this distance C. From C, this is the projector going. C, C1 dash. Here, K1 dash. Then D and J, D and J, D. This is D, D1 dash, and it is J1 dash. Then E and I, E and I, E, E, and I. Next F, this distance. F and H dash. I mean transferring the bottom base is over. Then we'll move towards top base. Say 1, 1. Next 2 and 12 with the same radius. 2, 2, 12. Next 3 and 11. Three and 11. Next 4 and 10. 4 and 10. Next 5 and 9. 5. And 9. Next 6 and 8. 6. 8. Then 7. That is, transferring the points is over. Then we'll dot the required lines and draw dotted lines also based upon the principles we used earlier. Now we will do the dimensioning. First stage, second stage, third stage. This is the final front view. When the axis is making an angle 30 degrees to the HP and top view of the axis is perpendicular to VP, then this is the final front view. Here 50 mm and 65 mm, that is all dimensions are in millimeters. That's about the solution for the given problem.
Just now we completed solution part for the given problem. Now it's a small recap about auxiliary vertical plane concept. The plane which is inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP is called auxiliary vertical plane. The view projected on auxiliary vertical plane is auxiliary front view. How we'll project the auxiliary front view, that we'll see now. For that, draw top view and front views, then draw new reference line, that is x1 y1 line inclined at phi with the VP or to the xy line. Then draw projectors through the top views of the points perpendicular to the x1 y1 line. Then the auxiliary front view of the points are obtained by stepping off distances from the x1 y1 equal to the distance of the front view of the given point from the old xy line. For queries, contact mvrrin@gmail.com. For more videos on engineering graphics, visit the following link. Thank you.